Today we're going to talk a little bit about picking up cartridges, spent cartridges at the range, and what to look for and what not to pick up and what to keep and to sell or to reuse. Of course, first off is 22 ammo. It's a little rimfire cartridge. It's not going to be of much use to anybody. It would have a scrap value, but you'd have to pick up a bunch to make it worth your while. It can be reloaded. There's a new reloading stuff out on this, and you know, you could reload it, but to me it's not worth the time or effort. Next up, this is an aluminum case, and as you can see, it's silverish color, and it can be reloaded maybe one time, but these cases have a bad tendency of splitting after being reloaded, so that could cause a dangerous situation. Next up is a brass piece of case. This is a 9mm, and as you can see, this one it's nice and gold color. This would be a reloadable case. This would be one you would definitely want to pick up. Next up, it looks a lot like the aluminum one I had earlier, but this one is actually a nickel plated case, and you can tell it's a little bit shinier. I'm going to kind of flash them here and see if you can see. You can see it's a little bit shinier than an aluminum case. This also can be reloaded. This is a easy to clean case, and a lot of people like those. If they load different types of ammo, they like to load some in brass and some in that. This one is in a .40 caliber. Next one up is a steel cased piece of brass or cartridge, and this is non-reloadable. It can be reloaded, but it's just not worth the time or effort or the harshness on your dies. And this one here is a .45 caliber. This would be one you would leave. Next up is some rifle cartridges. First one up, of course, is a brass cartridge. It has a value and is reloadable. And last but not least is a steel rifle casing. And as you can see, with some steel, it'll start rusting almost immediately. This is non-reloadable. This is just trash. Just leave it at the range. Now you can say, oh, I never reload or I do any of that. Well, let's take for instance, you know, on an average day at your range, you pick up 100 or 200 pieces of other people's brass. 9mm worth 2 to 3 cents a piece, and you know, you'd have to have 1,000 of them, but you know, 1,000 of them is $20. That could buy you, you know, a lot of factory ammo, or buy you a box or two of factory ammo, you know. And if you don't reload, let's say you just reload one caliber. Oh, I'm not really that interested in it. Well, you can always trade it for the caliber you are reloading for. You know, like you can trade these 5.56s. You can probably get 3 9mm for a 5.56 case. So just because it's not something that you shoot or that you own, doesn't mean it doesn't have a value. As I say, these 5.56 cases are worth, you know, a nickel a piece. And you know, your 308s might be worth 10 or 15 cents a piece, and then when you get into your weird calibers, it can be worth, you know, quarter, 30 cents each. So you go out to the range, you find 100, you know, 7mm odd 8s. They're probably worth 25 to 30 cents a piece. You can easily sell them for $25. So as I say, just don't overlook brass. It's definitely worth, and even if it's damaged, it can be sold for scrap, anywhere from $2 to $3 a pound. And that's still a pretty decent value. But as I say, next time you're out at the range and you see a bunch of brass, you might as well pick it up. Make you some money or have you some trading material.